Okay, the cream machine. I'm selling this guy, and I'm going to show 3 different ways to use it. The first is actually as a guitar head. I'm plugged straight into a 412 here and using the speaker output. I'm using 2 single coils. My volume's up. There's your noise floor. And this thing has plenty of gain. I have it pretty low. And that's the volume on my guitar up, and I can turn it up a lot. There's a lot more gain. Okay, so now the second way I'm going to hook this up is I am gonna take out the speaker jack, which is going to that 412, and I am going to hook it up to a regular guitar amp. Now we're using it as a preamp, like a distortion pedal or just a guitar preamp. So I am going to go out of the mix output on the back. Turn my amp on. And there's the preamp bypassed, and there's a foot switch for this, and there's the preamp on. In the other video, I used the foot switch to turn this on and off, and you can set the volume of the amp here so that your clean and your clean and your dirty volume are where you want them to be. And now the third way you can do this is I'm going to take. This is a powered speaker. It's like basically a PA speaker. It's made by AER, and so instead of going into a guitar amp, I am going to go into the back of this, into the effects return, which is essentially straight to the power amp. And for this, I am not going to use. I'm going to use the cabinet emulator output, and so that's the output that you would want to use if you were going into a DAW or a PA rig. Let me turn this up. So here is the clean sound of this, and then turn this on. And again, I can control the volume on this so that when it's bypassed and when I'm dirty, it matches. And again, there's your noise floor. Volume is up. It's got a great tone, and there's gain and volume. There's a master volume on the back. And if you just want to come in here and take a closer look at this, so you see my guitar plugged into the front of this right now. If you were going into your DAW or your PA system, you're going to use the cabinet emulator out, which is what's being used now, and I'll show you that. And if you're going to go into your guitar amp, you're going to use the mix output, or you can use the mix out, or you can use the instrument or tube amp out. Mix out sets it up so that you can bypass it, get your clean tone, or so now. And then, and then I'm gonna bring this back a little. So I'm using it like a regular distortion, and then finally, I'm gonna take this out, put this amp on standby, and I am gonna take my 412 speaker output. Here's a speaker jack. I am gonna go into the speaker output on this, which is the second to last. Sorry, I didn't get in the other video. I set up a simple on-off foot switch. So I can do the bypass. For you. Okay. Do I have it in the right? Oh, I'm bypassed. Yeah. Or am I not bypassed? What's up? Do I have it in the right output? I swear, baby, this never happens. Oh! I had it in the foot switch jack. Okay, there we go. bypass. Yeah, there's no bypass when you're using the speaker output because you're going through your amp into you're using this as a head, so you can't bypass a head. And this is a single channel unit. But the great thing about this is you can use it as a backup guitar head. It's an actual guitar head. It's a low wattage, but it's a preamp. It's got cabinet emulation. You can go into your guitar amp. You can go into your DAW or PA rig directly, and you can go into a guitar, just a straight up guitar cabinet as a guitar head. And I've had this for quite a few years. I've used it as a backup head on many a gig. I'm selling it as is because it's old, but you see exactly what it does. You hear the noise floor, and yeah, thank you.